Hi, and welcome to Fearless Friday's Power Up Tips. Today I'm going to be giving you some tips for recognizing leadership dysfunction, although that might seem counterintuitive and you might think, why would I need that? I know, and I can experience these leadership dysfunctions every day in the organization. But it's important to remember that leaders don't set out to be dysfunctional or to create any sort of chaos or employee disengagement. They don't set out to offend you or make you feel disempowered or disenfranchised. It happens as a matter of course, and mostly it happens as a result of the absence of real leadership training and development. It's really easy, of course, to recognize because you hear complaints from employees, you hear complaints from the peers of these leaders in organizations that walk around as though they're doing just fine. They don't realize that they may be creating distress, causing bottlenecks, putting down employees by not giving them the opportunity to be involved with them. All of those different reasons that are come out of a leader not being self-aware and not being aware of the needs of the employees. Senior leaders will contribute to the dysfunction of that next level leader when they don't admit to themselves that they, as the senior leadership team, need help themselves in developing up the next level of management or leadership. They don't see that they have to give expectations for leaders or put them on a performance improvement plan when they hear of all of the things that the dysfunctional leaders are doing. In essence, it forms a dysfunctional organization because all of the parts that need to be working in harmony and alignment just aren't doing that. And senior leaders don't recognize the part that they play in making this happen. Did you know, and these statistics are absolutely startling, that 75% of all employees consider their direct manager to be the worst part of their job? 65% of employees would rather have a new manager than a pay raise. Now, how shocking is that one? And 23% of employees are looking for a new job every single day. So if you're a leader and you're listening to this, you need to be alerted to the fact that the dysfunctions of leaders are costing the organization money because, in essence, effective managers boost employee productivity by an average of 11% per employee. And why wouldn't you be investing in your employees knowing that that's going to increase your profitability? So here are some tips, not necessarily to recognize leadership dysfunction because nobody needs to do that. You need to recognize who is participating in the dysfunction, all of the levels it's existing at, and do something to counter it. Invest in your manager so that they can invest in their people, invest in yourself so that you can invest in that next level of leadership. And if you're a manager or leader and you recognize that some of your behaviors are dysfunctional, own it, be aware of it, and ask for help and support. If the company won't provide it, do it yourself. This is your job. If you consider yourself to be a professional manager or leader, put some money into your own education and development. It's not just the responsibility of the organization to improve your performance, it's on you. Also, get to know the impact of your behavior, of your leadership behavior, and listen to your employees. Employees, when you recognize the dysfunctions of your leaders, you need to step up and give feedback in a productive fashion without fear that you're going to get fired for advocating for things for yourself. Leaders need to do more to involve their employees and let them know what's going on in the business and give them a sense of belonging through inclusion by communicating to them. Employees when you recognize dysfunction, when you feel it, you'll feel it in your gut, something isn't right, that this is not the way a leader needs to behave. If they're being too permissive, if they're being too autocratic, a simple statement such as, can you help me understand where you're coming from when you're saying no without an explanation? Or can you give me more advice? You've said I'm allowed to do this or I can do this, but I've never done it before. Please stay involved and coach me in this process. When employees ask for what they need and they don't tolerate the dysfunctional behavior of leaders, it puts more pressure on the organization to do something overall to develop up their leaders. So until next time, power up your leaders, power up your voice, assert yourself, and as I said, ask for what you need. Until next time.